On Monday, during a press conference with the Japanese Prime Minister, Donald Trump told the world that he really isn't concerned about the fact that North Korea is still performing missile tests. Now, Japanese Prime Minister, who again was standing right next to him, completely disagreed. He pointed out the fact that, this actually affects the safety and security of Japan. It violates UN Security Council rules. We're very concerned about it here in Japan. But Donald Trump says, I'm not worried, not personally. In fact, that is exactly what he said. He said, when asked if he was bothered by these missile tests, he said, no, I'm not. I am personally not. Because that's all that matters, right? It only matters if Trump personally feels like there is a threat. It doesn't matter that our allies, including those in Japan, are like, hey, this is a big problem for us. We need this to not be happening. It's a violation of UN rules. But I guess go ahead because it doesn't bother you personally. I guess we're okay. Let's go play golf. He didn't actually say that last part, but they did in fact go play golf during the weekend. Donald Trump is refusing to admit his own failures with North Korea. I mean, let's not forget, going all the way back to the Bush administration, the reason we have such hostility with North Korea is based on these missile tests. And sure, these are short-range missiles they're testing right now, not long-range missiles to hit the United States, but that doesn't mean that's not a huge threat to our allies in that region. It also doesn't mean that they haven't ramped up nuclear capabilities, because we know that they have. Trump's talks with Kim Jong-un have been a complete and total failure. That's why he's having to tell the press right now, no, I'm not bothered by it. Why would that bother me? We're going to eventually make a deal. He did go on to say, we're going to eventually make a deal. Really? When? They haven't stopped testing missiles. They haven't stopped ramping up their nuclear capabilities. In fact, they've kind of put that in hyperdrive at the moment, according to your own intelligence agencies. So when are they going to make a deal? The answer is they're not. Having nuclear capabilities or long-range missiles are the only thing that North Korea has to make them feel legitimate and feel protected from the threat of a country like the United States. After all, we're certainly not above just marching into another country, overthrowing their government, leaving the country in shambles, and then just walking out saying, mission accomplished. We have seen it too many times throughout American history. That's what we do. And North Korea understands that. That doesn't change the fact that that country is ruled by a brutal, bloodthirsty dictator. But at the same time, they don't want the U.S. to come in and start killing their leadership. So, kind of between a rock and a hard place, right? Donald Trump, in that same press conference, went on to praise Kim Jong-un, calling him a very smart man, while at the same time saying Joe Biden is a very low IQ individual. Oh, I'm sorry. He said that Kim Jong-un called Joe Biden a low IQ individual. How convenient is that, right? Because that's the same language Trump uses. And suddenly his good buddy over there in North Korea is using the exact same language? Wow, it almost seems like that's completely made up and never happened. Nonetheless, North Korea has not changed. Donald Trump has accomplished nothing with his talks from them, and he's never going to. That's the point. But his refusal to admit that he failed is not only putting our allies in jeopardy over there, as the Japanese Prime Minister was trying to politely say, but inevitably, it also puts the United States in danger. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.